Alright guys, I have some sad news. Muhammad Ali has passed away June 3rd, 2016. I'll show you a tribute video and it's very touching. Muhammad Ali passed away due to respiratory issues. I was making my While You Were Sleeping series and this just happened. Anyway guys, Muhammad Ali passed away June 3rd, 2016.
Phoenix area hospital. What a life, and not one that you can easily put into words. There's so much that you can say about the greatest.
Three-time heavyweight champion, one of the great fighters of all time, but his work as a humanitarian dwarfed even his stellar career in the ring. It's back at his life and career.
He was, for most of the last 40 years of his life, the most recognizable human being on the planet. And even when Parkinson's disease slowed his step and his speech, he still reveled in that recognition. People the way no other athlete in his time and few public figures loved people. His simple magic tricks for audiences small or large. People loved him equally in return was remarkable for an athlete whose unparalleled career had triggered so much controversy.
Ladies, Cassius Marcellus Clay. He's young, he's handsome, they know it. He's a poet, a prophet, and many people believe he'll be the next heavyweight champion of the world.
As an 18-year-old in Rome in 1960, Cassius Clay won an Olympic gold medal and was the star of the athletes' village, charming the world with his wit and his words. After the games, he and his mouth turned pro.
Before and after fight. Let me see you close your mouth and just keep it closed.
Well, you know that's impossible.
No, keep it closed.
You know that's impossible. I'm the greatest. And I'm knocking out all bones. And if you get too small, I'll knock you out.
He comes and Liston starts to retreat. If Liston goes back at his father, he'll end up in the ringside seat.
In Miami Beach, Ali's quick hands and dancing feet took the heavyweight championship of the world from the highly favored Sonny Liston.
And I'm upset Sonny Liston, and I just turned 22 years old. I must be the greatest. I told the world. I talk to God every day. If God's with me, ain't nobody here better than Sonny. I'm the king of the world. Hold it. You're not that pretty. All right, man.
Ali had already come under the spell of Malcolm X and had decided to convert to Islam. To
Worthy of all praises, and Ali means most high.
Muhammad Ali, he was attacked. When he knocked out Liston in 1965 in a rematch with a punch that many people thought was a phantom punch, a bogus blow, he was attacked. And then...
Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces.
When he refused induction into the armed forces on the grounds of his Muslim beliefs, he was not only attacked, he was convicted of draft evasion, stripped of his title, exiled from his sport for 3 years.
Go 10,000 miles from here to help murder and kill another poor people simply to continue the domination of white slave masters over the darker people of the earth.
Just, and his conscience will not allow him to do it. Now, certainly, I would endorse that, I would justify his action, and I would give him my strongest support in his doing it.
In 1970, Ali's ban was lifted, and eventually the Supreme Court reversed his conviction. Time he signed to fight Joe Frazier for the heavyweight title in March 1971.
If Joe Frazier whoops me, I'm getting on my hands on my knees, all across the ring, look up to you, say, I'll tell you what, I don't, you ain't gonna be on the floor. I'll try to get you on the spot if you think you can.
On the 15th round, Frazier won a unanimous decision to retain the title. But 2 years later, Frazier took a ferocious beating himself and surrendered the title to George Foreman, who looked indestructible. That Foreman might inflict lasting damage.
George Foreman is a dirty fighter. He is dirty. And I mean, by dirty, I don't mean morally. His style is dirty. It comes out with those big... Boom,
His career, Ali responded to the roars of the crowd and rope-a-dope the stunned Foreman into submission.
I hit him hard in the side. I mean, I got a good shot. And he said, "Is that all you got, George?" And I remember thinking, yep, that's about it.
Ali was reborn, his image suddenly bright once more. Skills in Las Vegas and Kuala Lumpur.
And a chiller and a thriller when I get the gorilla in Manila.
Ali infuriated Frazier with his cruel taunts.
And in gorilla, we supposed to be the same, we supposed to be from the same ancestor.
I said, all Negroes look like that?
On an exhausting victory, it was his last great triumph. 2.5 years later, when he was 36, Ali, clearly past his boxing peak, lost his title. In fact, he lost 3 of his last 4 fights. Larry Holmes in 1980, in which he took a vicious pounding.
His hands are no longer busy, his feet no longer swift. And Ali is learning that even he cannot be forever young.
Time was off. My reflexes were slow.
Signs of the slurred speech that stamped so many fighters, and he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. But in the last 20 years of his life, with his 4th wife, Lonnie Ali, and his best friend, photographer Howard Bingham, almost always at his side, he refused to slow down. At the Olympics in Atlanta, he lit the torch, stealing the opening ceremony and the games. Years later, after the September 11th terrorist attacks, Ali, still the world's most famous Muslim, made a plea for peace.
That really hurt me, because I know Islam is peace, and it's not valor. So, if you can do these things, make the religion as a whole look bad.
Most of his final years traveling as much as any human alive, most often for charities, preaching and practicing love.